year 2020, I found my ideal love of my life. And one thing about my woman, she checked off a lot of the things that I felt a woman should do for a man and how she should be for a man. Well, for me. And of course, you know, everything that you say that you want in a woman is not always going to be checked off, or you want in your husband. The thing about it is, who can you grow with? Is this somebody I can grow with? Is this somebody that, hey, if I tell them this something that doesn't sit right with me, will they say, okay, well, you know what? Let me see if I can not do that no more, or let me see if I can work on it. Those are the type of people you want to build relationships with. The person that can hold you accountable when you're doing things, and they feel like, hey, this is not good for you, and they call you out on it and say, hey, you need to fix that or whatever, because that's not a good look for you. And for you to be able to say, hey, you know what? I'm going to think about that, and I'm going to work on it, and keep it going. Because, man, one thing about relationships, strong relationships, man, you don't go to sleep mad. If you do go to sleep mad, you know, that's pretty much, you know, it really got bad. But for the most part, you're not trying to go to sleep mad. You're not trying to wake up the next day still arguing about something in the past. And another thing, man, loyalty. We run into this whole thing where, man, we'll be loyal to our women, will be loyal to their homegirls. Girl, I'm not going to change on you. You my best friend. Guys, man, you my bro. Man, I'm down with you. I'm going to ride with you, man. I ain't going to be disloyal to you, man. I'm riding with you. Whoever your enemy, my enemy. That's how guys act. A lot of men, you know, they might be mad about this, but, man, how do you be loyal to a bunch of guys? How do you tell the truth to your guys, man? I keep it real with my dogs. I tell my dogs everything. And then it's like, when things hit the fan, your dog is likely to walk out on you. But one thing I know, man, if you get a solid female, no matter what you're going through in this world, your solid female or your husband or boyfriend, whatever, they are going to be in your corner when everybody else walks out. So that's why it's so important that, hey, you treat relationships with straight delicacy. That means make sure that, hey, man, you're doing the right things. Make sure you steady adding value to the relationship, because this is not, the relationship is a team. So at the end of the day, you want to be doing your part. She got to be doing her part. And you want to make sure that, hey, I'm doing my best as a player, and she's doing her best as a player. So as a team, we can rise and keep building. And I'm telling you now, of course you can do things single. Of course you can do things by yourself. But when you got a partner to fall on, it kind of gives you a little bit more, I ain't going to say kind of, it gives you more peace. You got more peace in your life when you're not thinking about cheating and how can I cover it up and lying and, okay, I got to cover up this lie. I got to remember this lie, because this lie might come up 2 years later. And one thing about a woman, she's going to remember everything that you told her. So then when the story get to changing, then it opens up another problem. So, man, my thing with y'all is like, hey, be honest, be straightforward. If you're dealing with somebody, man, the best thing to do is just put it all on the table. Hey, look, I'm dating you, but I also go on other dates from time to time. And a woman will respect that more than someone who's just out here doing whatever, just loose, giving itself to everybody, and then all of a sudden, when it's time to get serious, you got all these open cases in the streets. And women, too, they do the same thing. You know, they sit around here and they go on different dates, going to go eat with every fella that they want to take them out to eat. And then once it's time to get serious, you happen to go close all these cases. So it's like, man, prepare yourself before. Prepare yourself to say, hey, man, I'm not fit to go in this situation just trying to get me some real quick. No, I'm going into this situation to learn who I'm dealing with, see if there's somebody that I can coincide with for the rest of my life. If it's not somebody like that, then, hey, I understand if you, hey, deal with them accordingly. But if you see somebody that you really find interesting and you really like, you really got to take the time out to get to know this person. Because people change over a course of years. I've seen situations where they've been this type of person for 2 to 3 years, and right around that third year, everything changes. You start seeing all their flaws. You start seeing the way they act against other people. And then don't let them start going through things with their family members, or you got to see how they treat they family members, see how they treat their mother, how they treat their father, how they treat their kids. It's like so much that you have to learn about a person before you want to just latch on and say, hey, this is my person. But one thing about it, man, I know God will send you the right person when you get yourself right. Like, I'm just telling you from experience because, I was a guy, I was in a relationship for 7 years, had my daughter, then got out of that relationship, single for probably about 6 months, got back into another relationship, 3 years, 3 years, had my son, and then after that, single again. And it's like through those 2 times of being in those long relationships, I realized that, hey, I was very naive. I didn't really pay attention to who I was dealing with. I was in a rush. I was moving fast. I was trying to get me and, just do what I want to do and have no type of discipline. But after my second child, it really woke me up, and that's when I just started a whole dating phase. And during this dating phase, I was meeting different women, and I was able to see who I was dealing with and who was for me, who wasn't for me. I've dealt with users. I've dealt with women who actually like me. I've dealt with women who just wanted to get some. I've had women who just had no intentions of being long term. They were just having fun for the moment. So, man, it's so many characters that you run into out here. You have to be mentally prepared. You have to be mentally paying attention. You have to be paying attention to who you're dealing with, what they into, and this is going to take time. So my best advice for y'all is to get to know who you're dealing with first. And when you realize how these soul ties could have a hold on you, how exchanging those energies does things to you. Like, before I got with my woman that I'm with now, I had made sure I did a fast for 31 days. It was October. This month, my anniversary for my lady coming up on 4 years on October 11th. And it was this month, and I was fasting, and I was really just trying to find love, but I wanted to find the right love, so I told myself I'm going to fast. I'm not going to have sex with anyone, and I was just going to focus on myself and try to get myself together. And one thing that's really a great stress reliever and that can help you get yourself mentally prepared is working out, exercising. Because it's something about the body. It's something about when you're able to accomplish losing weight, building muscle. Working out, it gives you a lot of confidence. Because once you're able to master that, you can master anything. And also, I read a lot of books on women. Like, I read Gabrielle Union's book. I read Kim Field's book. I read 5 Love Languages. I read Michael Todd, Relationship Goals, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. That right there taught me how to listen correctly. Like, when it comes to your partner, you want to make sure that even when y'all do go through arguments or altercations, you want to make sure that you're able to listen. And that means not just listening so you can counteract with what you got to say, but not really piggyback off what they're telling you. Listening to what she said and then pretty much feeding off of what she says and then coming with what I want to say, outside of just sitting here waiting on you to finish saying what you're saying so then I can air you out about what I need to say. And that's not how relationships work, man. It's about communication. It's about being able to be an adult and speak up when things don't sit right with you, not going around mad or whatever, building up resentment. Like, no, you got to be able to speak, use your words when it comes to a relationship, because now when it comes to your life, you got a second person in your life, and this person is included in your life. So that means, yeah, you're going to have to speak up. Nobody's going to read your mind. Nobody's going to be able to play the guessing game with you. Like, no, you're going to have to use your words and speak up and be an adult. And that's what comes with being in a relationship. It comes with adult responsibilities. And that means you're going to have to learn how to speak properly, talk to people with some sense, be nice, be kind. Relationships, it is definitely a hard thing. Right now, we're in a situation nowadays where a lot of people are saying that relationships is hard. They don't believe in dating right now. A lot of people don't believe in dating in Houston right now. Like, I seen this on Isaiah Carey where they were saying that the dating scene in Houston is just terrible. And it's just, man, I can't speak for everybody, but man, we a party city. It's the home of the players, you know what I'm saying? So everybody think they player, but everybody also want someone that they can call their own. But hey, hopefully these words of wisdom will get to you, man. But build your relationship with God. Make sure that you get yourself together. Do some self-healing work. Do some therapy. Then go out, find the right one. Get to know them. See if there's somebody that you can build with, hang with. Before you get to doing any soul ties, you need to make sure that this person is worthy of it. Because you would hate to give yourself to a low life and then you start seeing all these low vibrational things happening to you because you've attached yourself to somebody that's not even worthy. And that's a major thing. So yeah, make sure you going into the relationships the right way.